Hey, what's up? It's Jayborino. I'm going to continue showcasing the new major changes to Hand of Humanity created by Turinator. Now, in the past, Hand of Humanity was only Terran missions. There were 15 or 16 total. Now there's going to be a total of 29, and Zerg has been added. So I'm going to go ahead and play the first Zerg mission. If we learn anything from the last mission, it's that the entire tech tree is available. So let's go ahead and play mission 2, and I assume we'll be able to play around with all the new Zerg stuff. Now, Zerg has been completely revamped from my understanding. It plays totally different than Zerg from the original campaign. Alright, shortage of national resources has caused conflicts between Zerg broods. They're more scattered than ever before, and old allies are turning against each other. Stronger broods are banishing weaker broods away from lands that contain natural resources. One of these small broods is led by Yudi. Yudi's brood has escaped from their homeworld Char to Marsara. Yudi has found some resources for his brood, but Mindstar is already mining on this sector, and they will defend their resources. Your mission is to destroy all Mindstar barracks so they can't reinforce their forces on this sector. Alright, units that cost less than 100 minerals are trained in groups of 2 or more. That's good to know. I kind of noticed that last time. Alright, well, I can already say this is quite interesting. We have Ravasars, Primal Roaches. Let's get mining, and let's read about Zerg. Zerg buildings do not produce or require creep. Okay, so no creep. No larva. Combat units are spawned directly from nests, spawning pools, spires, caverns, and primal dens. Okay, so it's basically like Zerg functioning like Terran, if I'm understanding that correctly. So, Yudi, what can you do? Corrosive Blast is good. 100 damage just straight up. And infest target building. What does that mean? Infest colony infestation. Okay, well, first of all, let's build some drones, right? And then let's take my units and go look around. I can already tell that this... With this ramp here, there was a Terran map from before. There was like a holdout mission where you had Max Green and a couple Marines where you had to hold out. That's what this terrain is based off of, I believe. Yike-a-roonskis. Let's see if we can kill some of these. The Ravasars are melee now. That's interesting. So I'm trying to find... Oh, there's a hut. I was going to say, I'm trying to find some of these huts that I can infest. I assume that's what we can use them on. I'm not 100% sure about that. We spawn spine and spore crawlers directly from the hatchery. And impalers. All right. I assume that's what we use to defend ourselves. Well, I mean, obviously, spine and spore crawlers, but the impaler colonies, basically those three are considered defensive structures. But anyway, for now, I'm just going to keep making drones. I'd really like to keep pushing through this area and see if we can get through here. It's a lot of stuff. Let's see if we can draw a few of these units. Turn and fight. Okay, that Ravasar's dead. Never mind. Corrosive Blast something. All right, let's get in there. And it looks like there's an expansion here, so this might actually turn out really well for me. All right, infest this. No, don't attack it. Okay, and that allows me to spawn infested colonists. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I guess let's just go around and infest as many as we can, though. Those are just going to become hostile to enemy attacks. That's pretty cool. I also like how Yudi attacks with a pretty quick rate. Alright, so now let's go ahead and look at what we've got. Nest. It's not a baneling nest, it's just nest. Spawning pool. Let's just keep getting more drones. And how much is another hatchery? 350. Okay, because I'd like to come down and take this. And then 2 infested colonists doesn't seem great to me. Yeah, as I expected, this is what they're going to be doing here. So we're going to have to defend ourselves against these large attacks. They're coming at us with Hellions and Marines.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Oh no, not my infested thing! I mean, look, infested colonists not really going to do it for me. I'm going to be straight about that. It's not really that appealing. I'm going to wait for this attack, and then I'm going to go and take this base. 2 bases, never a bad thing. Go ahead and use Corrosive Blast there. These Ravasars are pretty good. They do a lot of damage, but it feels like they're dying pretty fast. They're only biological. They're not light or armored. So, yeah, I think all damage has been changed to flat. Yeah, there is no light or armored at all. So we can make infested Marines for cheaper than infested colonists. So I'm not really sure what the point of infested colonists are. A Fatalisk? I just like how it's called a Fat-alisk, so we're just going to go ahead and get a few of those. Fireworm. What the hell? Oh, we can make infested colonists out of the nest, too, so we don't need to worry about that. 2 Raptors is fine. Alphalisk. Broodling. I'm just getting a bunch of this stuff because it's all new, so I kind of want to see what it is. So we're just going to get a little bit of everything. I like how he called it a fatalisk, and it's literally just a big, squirming, fat thing. It's absurd. All right, so it does 36 damage. Speed of 2 is fairly slow. Huh. Okay, I mean, it shoots as fast as a roach. What's its range? 6? So it can outrange roaches. It's just kind of like a longer range roach, from what I understand. Probably want to get a couple spine crawlers. We don't have nearly as many options in terms of defense as the Terrans. So if you remember Terran, there were like 5 or 6 different turrets, if not more. Alphalisk, it looks like basically Dahaka and can jump up and down cliffs. These broodlings are huge, and actually I really like this. I like the larger broodling model. That actually looks really cool looking. Okay, well, let's see if we can get down here and... Well, no, it's gone. It's gone. That's fine. We just built it, but that's okay. Let's get some raptors. And we got to set up our spine crawlers. That's okay. We'll wait for those units to come to us. A Fatalisk. Okay, well, I guess we really just need to focus on not losing right now. I've just sort of been messing around trying to look through the different stuff. Again, this is a showcase of all the new stuff, so that's why I'm not too concerned about playing, like, too well. But the attacks are getting harder and harder to deal with, so I am going to need to actually make a large group of units. These Fatalisks aren't bad. It's just funny that they're called Fatalisks. All right, let's move these up. And spine crawler over here. Spine crawlers look like they have the same stats. Looks... Oh, no, never mind. 56 straight-up damage is crazy good. I should have known. I should have known. Tyrannosaurs are pretty good, I think, too. Biological ground melee. Banelings are great. Can make aberrations, too. And they're cheaper than normal. All right, let's just keep getting more drones. And I really do want to come down and just take this. So let's go ahead and take this, and then we'll move my units out to try to help them. I guess let's just get a few Hydralisks. We need some range support as our Ravasars get in there and do their thing. So and there's no upgrades, keep in mind, at all. I wonder if there's something that can heal, because Yudi's taken damage and nothing's been... I mean, I have nothing to heal him with. So what do we need next? Aspire, a Primal Den. Primal Zerg units have 100 plus health and damage compared to normal units, but cost and training time is increased by 100. Okay, well, let's throw that down. That sounds great. Okay, we have our Hydralisks. They're modeled after Impaler Hydralisks. That's great. Those are great. And again, there's got to be... Maybe there doesn't have to be something that can heal, but I'd hope there was. Does area damage. That's fine. Biological melee... I kind of want to see what these fireworms are. And again, I'm mostly just looking for things that can heal. Oh, okay, so the infestors heal. All right, so they're changing where they attack. They're attacking up here, then they're attacking down here, then they're attacking up here. Can get a little frustrating. Not frustrating, but, you know, I just need to expect that a little bit. I like how the primal units function like mercenaries. That's pretty neat. So we want to get a couple infestors to heal up, especially Yudi. These broodlings seem pretty darn good. The only thing is it seems like the broodlings, like, they function... They're basically the same as Ravasars, right? The fireworm as well. Oh, my God. Never mind. 56 damage. I love these giant things. Oh my God, this is absurd. I love all these different things. Spike burst. All right. The only issue I have is it sort of seems... Oh, we can mind control here, and these also have colony infestation. My only concern is it just seems like a lot of these units, they fulfill the same purpose. That's just the impression that I get. They really fulfill the same purpose. Which we probably want to attack down here first, I'm thinking, just because I'm tired of my expansion getting attacked. So it's just, let's cancel these and just make a bunch of spine crawlers. We can't afford them, so we're just waiting for more workers down here. So next thing that we're gonna do is probably go ahead and get... Ooh, this is great. We'll be scoping out these primal units here soon, but for now I'm mostly just waiting to see what our income looks like. And I want to get the Spire, and what else is there? Evolution Chamber. So there are upgrades for Zerg here. They're probably not like +1, 2, 3. They're probably different, so that's something. So what I'm thinking we're going to have to do is we're going to move my army out here and leave it right here, because this is the only way I think that they can get to me. It looks like there might be an opening further down. Give me more spine crawlers. Again, spine crawlers do a lot of damage, but they have the same amount of health, I think. Okay, I really need more units, but I don't really have the money. All right, here we go. Ravasar's going down. We're going to need some more melee units to get in there. I love these fireworms. They're just so absurd looking. They look like just... I think they function like big fire bats. It's really, really interesting. We can infest these huts, but I don't see the point. It'd be interesting if you could make just specific units from them, but it doesn't seem like a big difference to me. All right, throw this down. Let's see what our upgrades consist of. Grooved spines. Reduces attack period of all Zerg ground units' ranged weapons. That's cool. Increases life of all Zerg melee units. Life of all Zerg air units. Attack period of all melee units. So we have reduces attack period of all ranged and then all melee, and then increases the life of all units that root or burrow. Okay, well that's our defensive structures. Let's go ahead and get grooved spines, and then get a few more units that are ranged, I suppose. Let's go ahead and get a primal hydralisk. I'm being a little more judicial with my... Being a little more judicial with how I'm playing this. Melee unit. I'm looking for ranged units here. Melee. Is this where all the ranged stuff is built? I guess normal queens would be fine as long as they're not super slow. Okay, this is looking good now that we've got everything. And I'm going to go ahead and throw down... What is this? I guess build a Nidus network, because apparently we can build different things out of it. Get a cavern... And get a spire. All different stuff here. All different stuff. Very interesting. I'm expecting them to come and attack in here next. That's why I'm just going to hang out right here. I need more units. Again, I'm playing this on really easy difficulty at this point just because I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. And it's more of a showcase. So I don't think we need to build too much more to get going. We just have to be careful with Yudi because he's got to survive. I'll go ahead and throw down a quick save in case he just randomly dies. That would be really unfortunate. But it also seems like you need a lot more workers to stay fully saturated because these workers mine a little faster, I think. It's like 4 minerals per 3 seconds, something like that, which is pretty good. Okay, so we can make the Nidus destroyers and call them in like immediately. Is that immediately? Let's see. No, it's not immediately. I take it back. Can we cancel that? We can't even cancel it, so unfortunately, it's going to die. I didn't know what to expect there. Primal Hydralisk, no. You're expensive. I really like these fireworms. They're just crazy looking. Okay. So, I guess, actually, no, let's... Where to go next? And what do we really want to be stocking up on? Because I want to get, like, a lot of melee units, get a bunch of these fireworms, get some aberrations. That's a lot of melee units, and the next upgrade we want is our fast claws and hardened carapace. We want all of that. So to go, oh my word. Oh, it's huge. Oh, is it stuck? Well, destroy this, and I'll go ahead and make another one down here. Lots and lots of flyer options too. A Zatalisk? Good lord, there's so much to get. What's next here? So we got the Thetalisk. The Ravager's the only thing we haven't seen, which, I mean, that's a normal unit. So, oh wait, well, this doesn't even help, does it? All right, cancel these. I don't even think I can get it out that way. It's totally walled in. This is really unfortunate because it's just huge and there's nowhere for it to go. Unless it can go around? No, it can't even fit through there. We'd have to destroy, like, all these buildings to get this thing out. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, unfortunately. Ultralisk. Oh my god. Hybrid Reaver, Hybrid Destroyer, Hybrid Nemesis, Hybrid Thrasher. What the hell is that? Ultralisk, Brutalisk, Epsilisk. Good lord. It's overwhelming, the amount of stuff here. That's why I think maybe this is something that should be... These things should be slowly introduced. Gamalisk, Betalisk. Wasn't there a Betalisk elsewhere? No. It's just there's a million different things, so it's really hard to keep track of all of it. But the idea is we can make just a butt ton of stuff, all right? It's awesome. I really, really like it, but I think one thing that this campaign could benefit from is the fact that there's going to be 30 missions means you could introduce one new... Ravagers don't have corrosive bile. I don't think they're supposed to, though, I should point out. You could really benefit from introducing these one at a time. Or maybe even 2 at a time, I'm not really sure. Deltalisk, you are a queen model, what can you do? 20 damage. I mean, another thing, too, is even though there's a bunch of different units and they all look cool, the issue with them is... Holy shit. Oh, so it's like a little Void Thrasher. A lot of them fulfill the same purpose. So, like, to me, the Aberration fulfills the same purpose as the Broodling. And I guess the firearm is a little different because I think it does area of area of effect damage. That's about it though. What do we got here? A Gamma-Lisk? Okay, what can you do? Corrosive Bolt. See, this sort of seems like it fulfills the same purpose as a Guardian. The Guardian may do more damage though. But yeah, I guess that's my take on it. This is very, very, very interesting. It just, it seems like most things, they just kind of have the same function as everything else. 2 Locusts, sure. What is this? Zeta-Lisk. Acid Spines. Seems the same. Again, it just all seems sort of the same. And unless you add special abilities, there's really no reason to have this many units. The interesting thing, though, is that they all do different. I mean, they all look different. That's the fun part. I think it's because, you know, they all look interesting and very, very different from one another. It seems like I can't box this Epilisk. Epsilisk. And, just give me some raptors. And I would really just like to go here. Something's flashing. One of these, I think it's the Thrasher. It's like giving me this weird flash. Don't know where the next big attack is, but let's just go and see what we can make happen here. The fireworms, they really want to squirm their way in. Beauty's fine. I'm keeping an eye on him. Thrasher as well. Get in there. Get rid of those sandbags. Well, I guess we're going to destroy this one first. We just have to destroy all 3 barracks, and that's it. So I don't have to destroy the command centers. This is really cool. I mean, it feels like a completely custom race. I like it a lot. The only issue I have, again, is it just seems like most of the units overlap in function. Okay, get rid of those SCVs. Don't let them rebuild. And let's just destroy these turrets, too, and then we'll swing up and destroy the top one. And I would say the same thing about this campaign that I said about it when I finished Mission 15. The difference now is that there's way more uniqueness to these factions, but my feeling on it is it just sort of seems like the fact that you have everything, you know, it's basically like move out, destroy stuff on these, you know, sparsely terrain. I mean, we are in the desert. I remember when I played originally, when the tile sets changed, things became a little more interesting. You know, the Marsara tile set, there's only so much you can realistically do with it, right? But I guess, yeah, my criticism sort of remains the same as what it was, which is, yeah, it's just these same tile sets. It's like the same tile set for 5 maps, and I guess the big difference is we have access to the entire tech tree. So the positives to this campaign, which I pointed out at the end of my original series, was it's really up to you, the player, to make this as interesting as it can be, because you have access to so many different unique things that it's just sort of like a sandbox when you think about it. You can just sort of do what you'd like with it, which I think is very, very cool. That's probably what I like the most, is there's all these unique units. They all have different attacks. They all look slightly different. You can do all sorts of different compositions. You know, I showed a little bit of everything here. I thought I made I did make a Leviathan. There it is. So yeah, you know, it's really up to you, the player, to see like how unique you can get. Alternatively, you know, if Terminator wants to control that flow and say like, well, I only want you to get these infestors that can heal things after mission 2, you know, that's up to him. All right, so let's move in here and destroy this barracks. Now, there are new melee maps, too. So I do plan on taking one more day after this one to show off one of the melee maps. I'm probably going to look to see if there's a Zerg melee map and showcase that specifically. After that, then I'll probably go ahead and upload another video I did with Deltron Live for when we played... Let's go ahead and just go ahead and we'll just destroy the Planetary Fortress 2. When we played some more Ground Zero. I'm really looking forward to that. We're just slowly upping the difficulty. It's looking pretty good. But yeah, that's what you can expect the schedule to be this week. So for Wednesday, I will play some more Hand of Humanity, but it's going to be a micro map, so I expect it to be much, much more different than what we're used to right now. Looks like we're going to need to move up a ramp to get over to this barracks. It looks like this is all upraised. Okay, well, let's come on down here. Apparently I built a hybrid nemesis. That's fine with me. And just small things like the, whatever this is, the Epsilisk. It can't be boxed. Or can it? Now it can. No, it can't. You can't select it with the other units unless you specifically click it. Hybrid nemesis. Sure, do it. Still the Annihilation Beam. I like how those Infestors can heal. It's really, really neat. Maybe, actually, no, maybe this isn't connected the way I thought it was. Let's just come up and around this way. Yeah, okay, so we just push through here into the barracks. Air units, you're gonna come from the other direction. Maybe we can just snipe it with our air units and be done. And it really seems like a lot of these Zerg units are, like, super overpowered. They're doing enormous damage, and considering the Terran only have, you know, bio units and a couple Hellions, you know, I'm also playing on the easier difficulty. I'm only at, like, the second tier of 6. All right, well, interesting. Well, this has been JayborinoPlays. Thanks so much for watching. And, you know, again, I don't want to seem like, oh, it's bland, you know. I think the original iteration was something that really needed to be improved upon because, again, the enemy attacks were just Marine Medic. And then it was just move out and wipe everything out. So this is a direct improvement over what existed, and I like this idea as more of a sandboxy campaign. It is a destroy everything map with access to all sorts of new units, and I think that's what really makes this campaign super, super interesting. All right, well, hey, again, this has been JayborinoPlays. I'll see you next time. Bye now.